Hey guys, it's Chris here again from ASM Scholarships. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. We hope you're enjoying these videos about how to get an academic scholarship to some of the top universities in America like Stanford, Duke, University of Arizona, and many, many more. Now in this video, we're going to help you understand what is included in your academic scholarship and can the whole fee be covered for you based off your academics. And here's the good news guys, yes it can. But I'm also going to tell you how it won't be covered, so how you maybe get a partial academic and what you need to get a full ride academic. So let's get straight into it. Now the average school here in the US, crazily enough, costs about $50,000, the average university. Some are even more expensive, like there's $60,000, $70,000, especially those Ivy League schools are typically 60, 65, 70. But an average school, take it like, for example, the Haddam University of Arizona, I've got plenty of students right there and also sports students there as well. That's around $50,000. And what that's going to include, it's going to include your tuition, right? So the course that you choose to study, and based off what you want to study can also make it more expensive. You're also going to include your books, right? A lot more schools are going digital nowadays, but still they all have books you're going to have to buy. And if they're not hard copy books, they're going to be digital books, which they still charge you an arm and a leg for. So you get your books, your room and board. So that's where you're going to live, right? Room and board's where you live, obviously boards, your food, everything like your lunches, your breakfast, your dinners, all that kind of stuff. So that's pretty much the three elements. That's oh, and also, sorry, your application fees, right? Your application fees. I should just put fees. So application fees, but that's like a one-time thing and it's done. So these are the three main things: tuition, books, room and board. That's going to be your whole fee base in there. Now, obviously, you've come to us because you do not want to spend $50,000, nor do I want you to spend $50,000. But what would be a full ride academic scholarship or merit-based scholarship? So a full would mean all of these things are paid for. You won't pay for a single cent. And how you get that is you've got to have top marks. You've really got to be at least a 1450 in the SAT, a 33, 34 in the ACT. You've got to have really good high school grades, at least A's or better, to kind of justify the academics at the high level to get a full ride, everything paid for. But what if you don't have that? What if you're like a B grade student, your SAT came in like a 1300? Well, here's the good news. So we have two types of merit scholarships. We have in the SATs, right? I'm going to use that one as a standardized one. If you get 1,100 points, that's going to qualify you for a Maverick scholarship, right? So it's a Maverick scholarship. That's what most universities call it. Some of them call it merit, but most call it Maverick. And 1,400 is the minimum for the presidential. That's again what most universities call it, presidential, right? So if you get above this, you're looking potentially getting a full ride, everything paid for, potentially, right? There's still other factors like your high school grades, extra curriculum. It is 9 a.m. We're making it to 9 p.m. We're making this video super late tonight, so we're always working long. But yeah, presidential, 1,400, extra curriculum, having some really good recommendations is going to help get you into that full ride academic scholarship. But if you're doing 1,100 plus in the SAT, so between 1,100 to 1,400 with decent grades, you're going to get a partial academic scholarship, which means you wouldn't pay the whole thing, but let's say you get 90%, right? You get 90%, which means you've got to pay $5,000. And how that'll break down, the school might pay for, say, hey, we'll pay for all of this for you, and we'll pay most of this, but we're going to make you pay $5,000 towards your tuition, which is still a really good deal. I mean, would you rather pay this or $5,000, right? So, and then here's the good news. So you might start off with this deal. You're paying basically 10% down of the whole fee, $5,000 a year. You could get a campus job. If you get a campus job, that will pay you anywhere from $3,000 to $10,000. I recommend getting a library job. It's really easy. You just basically sit in a library, you can do your homework, and you get paid to basically do your homework. It's a pretty good job. That one, or the gym's a good job as well. Work a receptionist at the gym, get to meet lots of people. Great way to make new friends. That's the two jobs I recommend if you need to cover that expense. Or what you can do after your first year, you can reapply to get that extra $5,000 taken off. So if your GPA, the American equivalent to how they rank your academics, they don't do A, B, C's out here, it's all about your GPA. 4.0 is like the best you can get. You can get above that, but 4.0 is what you want. If you're at least above 3.5, ideally a 4.0, you can go back to a admissions counselor and say, hey, I've got a 4.0 now, I've hit all my targets, I've got all my grades in, can I get this waived, right? And they might say, yeah, you can. Year two, boom, that 5,000 is taken off. So that's how this kind of scholarship process works, right? Full rides, all paid for, partial scholarships. They might put $5,000 in here. They might say, hey, get your books, get your room and board. I would recommend, if you can negotiate, get this all paid for, get the tuition fully funded. because these you can save money on. On your books, you can buy used books. You don't have to buy brand new ones, right? They always have used books. They're cheaper prices, typically half the price off, or you can go on Amazon and get them even cheaper there. That's where you can save money. Room and board, it's hard to save on the actual room itself, like where you're renting accommodation, but the board's easy. You could say, I don't want to do the breakfasts. And actually, I'd advise just don't do the breakfast. Just go get like cereals and stuff. You can buy them super cheap. The lunches and dinners I would do because this is easier for you. But breakfast is easy. You can just buy a bunch of cereal for the month and eggs and stuff. That's super cheap. So breakfasts, books, you can definitely save on. Application fees is pretty difficult. They're not normally gonna discount those fees, but I'd definitely get them paid for because they're fixed costs. So tuition, application fees, and the room, try and get the scholarship to cover the room, tuition, or application fees. And on the books and the board, that's what you want to maybe not put so much scholarship towards if you're going to get a partial, because you can save you different ways on those types of deals. You can get cheaper food, you can get used books, that'll save you some money. So if you need some more tips, you've only got your scholarship and they're giving you a partial and you need some advice on that, leave a comment or get in touch with us. We'd love to help you out. But hopefully that explains to you the difference between a partial and a full ride academic scholarship. Again, to get that full ride, 1400 plus in the SAT, get A grades in your academics, get good recommendations, you do a really good presentation letter when you send the letter in of like your recommendation, why you want to go to that university. Do all those things correctly, you're increasing your chances of getting a full ride academic scholarship, and that's what we want you to do. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a comment, please give us a like, and please tell a friend. We'd really appreciate that. And again, please subscribe for plenty more videos to come. Take care.